Well, tonight on our cover story, of course, we're looking at the future of the Canadian Football League, and we're going back to Toronto now to talk to Roy McMurtry. He is the chairman of the CFL. Mr. McMurtry, there has been a lot of reports in the media about the debt that the clubs are in. I know that you have been working and others have been working in the CFL to give it new life. We heard from Mr. Pezim, we heard from Mr. Ornest. I mean, they are very pushing the CFL, but isn't the reality that you're still in a tough spot and going through some difficult times?
Well, we've had some challenging times this year, obviously, in Ottawa and British Columbia, but this has been a very good year in so many other ways, and I'd like to concentrate more on the positive. As Harry Ornest said a few minutes ago, our television revenues have tripled this year over last year. We have first-rate new ownership in Toronto and Hamilton, and we're going to have strong ownership, very interesting ownership in Vancouver. And I think the pluses outnumber the minuses a great deal with. I think we're on the upswing. That's not to suggest that we're not going to have to do some things better. For example, I mean, I think we have a much more exciting game than the NFL. Huey Campbell, for example, the other day, who coached in the NFL, as you said, you know, the NFL is sort of 3 yards at a cloud of dust. The Canadian game is an exciting game. We haven't always marketed as well as we should. I think for a long time the league just assumed that people appreciated the quality of the game, and that would be enough. Obviously, we live in a highly competitive entertainment world, but we're definitely on the upswing, and the challenges that we've encountered this year, we've encountered successfully, so we're all really very optimistic about the future.
Well, I mean, I'll talk to you about positive things, but what are the challenges? The challenges, is it simply in promotion? Is it more than that?
Well, we think we can do a better job marketing, but five out of the teams are going to make money this year, and the other teams are going to I think, end up the season much more strongly than they started. You know, we very seldom hear in Canada about the Major League Baseball franchises in the United States, for example, that are facing very serious financial problems, and every sporting league has these problems from time to time. But the crowds are coming back. As Harry mentioned, the crowds are way up this year. Hamilton the other night had the largest crowd they'd had in 8 years. Calgary the other night had one of the largest crowds they've had in years. It's looking very positive. And that's not to suggest that we should be complacent or that there isn't a lot of work to be done.
Can you compare, I know we have a different game than the Americans, that's clear. Is the quality of the game?
Well, I think
the quality of the game is not there with the NFL, and is that a problem?
Well, no, I think it's a hell of a lot more interesting in the NFL. Our field is 40% larger. We attract a lot of very good athletes. To be an athlete, to be a good football player in the Canadian Football League, you have to be a more versatile athlete. You have to have a better athlete. You just can't stick 350 people on the line and get the job done because of the much different open rule structure. We attract a more versatile, well-rounded athlete, and as a result, the games are, I think, on average, more exciting. We know that we outdraw the NFL in Canada 2-1, and I think there is this recognition that the CFL provides a lot of excitement. The athletes are, in many cases, are different athletes, but they're better athletes than what's in the NFL, and I think we have to communicate the reality of that more effectively with.
Do you think this is perhaps a make-or-break year then for the league? You have two teams now that the debts have been looked after by, and you say the crowds are coming back, but if you can't sustain it through the year, I mean, can you go through another winter of concerns for this team or that team or the other team about their debt?
Well, I can tell you we're a lot stronger today than we were when I came in on January the 1st. And there's a resiliency in this league that is very special. We're going to be playing the 80th anniversary of the Grey Cup in November, and there's a deep, strong feeling about the league. Now, in certain parts of the country, of course, it may not be as strong as in other parts, but the depth of support is there, and we've just got to do a little better job of getting the people in the seats. But we're doing that, and we're going to continue to do it more effectively.
Okay, Roy McMurtry, chairman of the CFL. Thanks for coming in and helping us out with what is a Canadian game in the final analysis.
Well, it's certainly a very special game. Thank you, Whit.
Take care. That's our cover story for today. Our international report is next.